of this over the course of the 2 legs will be going to London.
As you can see, we are underway already, and maybe a half-turn chance that was there maybe for that man. If you have just joined us, this is how it is looking. So in that Portugal strip, it is Fruitballmay kicking from left to right, obviously playing as Portugal, obviously quite behind them, and he's obviously a big fan of them. But and they're shooting the other way. There will be Marcus in that Brazilian home strip. And here comes an attack now. Ronaldo, maybe trying to feed that one through. Maybe trying to put the man from Japan in front. As you can see, oh, there's a shot just wide there. You can see in the top corner there, you can see who's representing who. We just explained.
Official confirmation, Fruitballmay playing in that Portugal, playing as Portugal. You say playing in that Portugal strip.
It's not Ultimate Team.
It's not Ultimate Team, it's head-to-head. These are the 2 players, Marcus as Brazil. Let's talk a little bit about Brazil. Some of the positives and negatives. You've got almost too many good creative players to go forward. I think he's having to force Marcelo into the team at CDM, but he can do a job there. On the other hand of it, you've got Portugal. Some of their negatives, that defence. We saw it time and time again in this tournament. Portugal, they always seem to concede a lot of goals. But you counteract that, you've got Cristiano Ronaldo up front. The man who can pretty much do it all on his own. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, he's got the power, he's got the finishing capabilities, the heading. We've seen it all today, and Ronaldo just seems to impress and improve every single game that we see him here.
He just seems to be unpredictable as well, Rich. I mean, that's why he's a fan's favourite, both in Ultimate Team and head-to-head. You know, when you're playing head-to-head, you're either going to be Real Madrid, aren't you? Or if we're going to the national side that we are now, Portugal, they're going to be chosen because Ronaldo, yeah, there's going to be the Ronaldo-Messi battle, but Ronaldo is the one of choice. If you want to get involved with your winner at FIWC over on Twitter, there'll be a poll up there. You can vote for who you think will win this final on the PlayStation side. This could be a chance for Ronaldo to just get a toe on it and maybe just up and deal. So being given away for offside, was that? Or
yeah, I think he was offside, but still fantastic save from the Brazilian #1 there. I believe it's Ederson. It's all personal preference, the Brazilian goalkeeper. You've not really got one standout player. We've seen Diego Alves used. You've got Asensio from Roma, I believe it is. They're #1, but it is Ederson getting the nod this time for Brazil. And
if we say everyone has their own preference, that probably people are tired of us saying, but you know, you may have the same 15 players for these teams, but people play people in different positions. When we watch Belgium play, we see Dembele come into left back because he didn't believe for the players that choose those teams or choose that club or club nationality. Sorry, they think that the left back they've been given, or they haven't been given one, they have to either play Morales, who's going to be too offensive as a winger, or you just sometimes you have to shove a centre midfielder in there to do a job. Or as you can see with this Portuguese side, the left back's questioned here as well.
Yeah, the full back's both questioned. You've got Semedo who plays right back, but on the left back, there could be a chance for Ronaldo.
The ball now. Oh, this is superb feet. Oh, he's just snatched that one wide. You've got to say, calm yourself down in front of goal there. And Fruitballmay could have been 1 goal up.
Yeah, fantastic heel-to-heel flick from Fruitballmay, creating the chance all himself really off of the back of a mistake from Marcus, giving the ball away. But Fruitball, he's scored a lot of goals in this tournament, and
he's
surprised he's not gone.
Especially in that box.
I'm surprised he's not opened the deadlock there and opened the scoring and broken the deadlock. Getting me, in words, a little bit mixed up.
Especially in the final though, Rich. Chances are going to come far and few, and when they do come, you have to be intelligent. You have to use them to the best of your ability. And when the ball falls to Cristiano Ronaldo,
you expect it.
You're expecting something big to happen. Or
confusion
at the back there. Let's pay him. Oh, what a tackle that was in the end there. Well recovered.
It looks like he's gone down. It could be an injury there. We'll keep his eyes on that on the little mini map. See if he does get back up.
Thiago Silva in a very attacking position there. Needs to be careful. He needs to get him off the ball, not control him anymore. But he wants to join in the attack still. He's popping back now to his normal position of centre back, but this game is still 0-0. We saw 10 or 11 goals overall, but we saw 10 goals before golden goal in that last final.
It was Felipe Coutinho did pick up a knock, but he's got back up and soldiering on.
Something that we're seeing a lot. Players going back to their keepers. We saw it a lot in Munich, but I'm seeing a bit more panic when we're going back to a keeper here. I'm seeing a little bit more desperation.
Yeah, in Munich it was like you pass the ball back to the goalkeeper, you can start an attack once again. Here it's like just shove the ball back to the goalkeeper and clear it long. Just get that ball out of my area so I don't concede.
Just get that hand around the ball there just to do a job. If you have just joined us, this is the FIFA Interactive World Cup Rest of the World qualification process. This is day 1 of a 2-day event. We already know that from the Xbox side of things, remember there's 2 spaces from Xbox, 2 spaces from PlayStation over these 2 days to get to that grand final. We already know that the man of Naga has booked his place on the Xbox side. But that is half time here, and one shot for Brazil, 0-0 overall.
Nothing
Quite
really
a quiet final.
Yeah, nothing to write home about for either team, for either player in this first half of a 2-legged game. Maybe doesn't want to give away all of the players' tricks this early on. So
What we know though is
keeping a lid on it in this first half.
other than that 5-0 game, you know, Marcus is quite a good defensive player. He is quite a defensive player, and maybe that approach makes his opponent kind of play that. Know that he has to defend just as well. Willian there, just trying to get around. You know, it's Cedric. He's going to recycle back. Alves back to goal. Going to play to Coutinho now. Fernandinho maybe go over a fake shot. No, he's not. He's just going to try and recycle it instead. Neymar, whip it across the box. Back post, surely. Man in there. Oh, and there's a goal. Douglas Costa with it. A man you wouldn't think would win a head. I don't know who he beat to that. I'm going to say Pepe maybe. I'm not going there and say Pepe, but Douglas Costa. Look how smug he is. And that is 1-0.
Yeah, fantastic. Dinked ball into the back post, and it's Douglas Costa rising like a salmon out of water.
You can see there on the replay.
He's unmarked. He's completely unmarked in that back post area. He's gave the liberty to jump up.
Semedo, I think he just got over the shoulder of him there, but that man can leap, I tell you. And that is Brazil that take the lead, but more importantly, Marcus has taken the lead, and it's a perfect time to score just after half-time, not long after half-time at all of this 2-legged game. It's still a very, very long way away. I don't think that goal will win it at all.
No, I definitely don't think that as well, but Fruitballmay, is he going to be able to get back into this leg? I think that's the important thing. Maybe not the... Obviously, he wants to win the game, but this leg in particular, I think he needs a goal if he wants to force any sort of second leg frustration from Marcus, but he looks very composed, Marcus. He's playing on ultra defensive now. He's got men behind the ball. He can do this. He can keep the ball, just tire Fruitball's players down, keep his mental
Make sure that he has to
capability up, and maybe get a second if he can catch him on the counter-attack.
Marcelo trying to play out wide to Felipe Luis. Costa just toying with the back line there. I think that's Semedo, the man that lost out on that header to Douglas Costa. I'm sure he won't want to look back on that one again. But here comes Brazil again. Here comes Marcus. He needs another goal and he wants another one. We've got to say Coutinho there gone down. If that was given a penalty, I'm sure there wouldn't be too many happy faces there from Fruitballmay. Score is 1-0 still, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a change very, very shortly from one of these two teams.
Yeah, this is the first leg, 30 minutes left to play in this first leg of the PlayStation 4 final. The Xbox finals all been wrapped up. It's going to be Naga who's booked his place to London. He'll be joining the other 18 players who have already qualified from the European region and from the Berlin Foot Championship finals. So there's going to be 3 more players to qualify from the rest of the world region, and
they're going to be in that pot of 32 players. Slowly
building up the final 32, and what a tournament it plans to be later on in the summer in London.
It does indeed, in London, with a huge prizes available, $200,000 for the winner. This could be a chance to equalise. Quaresma, just a little bit of skill there, maybe confused himself a little bit too much there. Very big, strong tackle, which goes out for a corner. Maybe try and find Ronaldo on this one.
His corners earlier in the day, they were questionable until he scored that late corner with Cristiano Ronaldo to book his place in this final.
Cedric there, not the man you want the ball to fall to into the box, trying to fake shot, maybe try and over-skill what you can actually do as a full-back. And now he's out of position, and you've got to say who's covering, otherwise he's going to be...
But look, he's on the ball. Thiago Silva, it's a couple of times he's been up in that attacking third where you don't really want him. Neymar bursting down past João Moutinho, breezes past him.
Recycles back. Willian back to goal. Where's he going to play? Drops the shoulder. Marcelo there, and good defended in the end.
It's Quaresma. It's a 4 against 3. Is he going to be able to time the
pass? Ball. This could be it. He's got maybe play up to Ronaldo if he wants to. Goes for the finesse, and
just the wrong
Ronaldo
player
there, still trying to get round him, and that will go for a goal kick.
Martins just hasn't got the finishing capability of a Nani, of a Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he's only 80 rated.
80 rated, yeah. He's been in the starting lineup for a lot of players. He must have a stat that a lot of players enjoy to use.
think he's low 90s pace, 92, 93 pace, so incredibly quick player off the mark, a speedster, and I think that's why a lot of the pros here have been using him, because he has got the pace to accompany Ronaldo up top, who typically has scored the lion's share of the goals here.
And this is where Marcus will try and calm down the game. Remember, he's got only 1-0 up, but this is where he can try and frustrate his opponent. He can give away little free kicks, little niggles. He'll take free kicks wherever he can, just to watch that clock slowly go down with actually got about 2 minutes left of this game. Fake shot wouldn't surprise me if it did come. Marcelo just trying to find a way around. Neymar there into Willian. Costa going to go for the shot, but one isn't really worth hitting in the end. And the score is at 1-0 still.
Yeah, could see a counter-attack here. Martins played into Andre Gomez. It's going to fall, and it's very, very scrappy in that midfield. A big tackle there coming in from Felipe Coutinho in the central midfield.
Maybe an attacking change could be an idea. With only 10 minutes to go, I'd rather go into that second game at 1-1. Bad mistake that was, but superb defended from Thiago Silva just to reclaim possession for Brazil.
I think Marcelo might have, he's that used to passing to Ronaldo. I think he forgot his national colours there for a second, thought he was back in that Real Madrid kit.
Who will go into this game with the advantage? Will it be Marcus? Will it stay the same, or will there be an equaliser?
Just keeping the ball, very composed, wearing down his opponent, as we spoke about earlier. Just he doesn't need to score. He's 1-0 up, and he can go into that second leg full of confidence.
And it'd be 2-0 up. It's a good idea there, running around. He's still got the ball with Willian. Will he just cut it back? Does cut it back. Neymar, and
I think he went the wrong side there. I
thought he was going to go left side.
I thought he was going to go across the keeper. Fernandinho with a massive tackle.
This attack is definitely not over yet. He wants one more goal. But I was going to say 2 goals going into that second game would be superb for Marcus. Half turn. Coutinho there got caught in 2 minds, and if he wanted to fake shot it or just turn back the other way.
I think he's waiting for Ronaldo to make the run. The run is there in behind. He's just straight offside.
Quaresma, Gomez, just work the way around. Here comes Douglas Costa now, the man that scored the header, the only goal in this game for Marcus. This is where you've got to be clever. You know, it's all good attacking forward, or would you rather lose possession and be at risk of conceding a goal?
Heavy fake shot there. Fob to Neymar though.
Go for the finesse. Goes for the finesse and off the post.
Yeah, what a goal that would have been to double his lead going into that second leg. Currently Marcus 1-0 up after this is the culmination of the FIFA Interactive World Cup Day 1 finals. This is the PlayStation 4 final, and 1-0 after 90 minutes.
I think that will finish this way unless there's some sort of magic to come with the added 3 minutes that we'll be seeing. I think that will be the full-time whistle. And there we go, 1-0 to Marcus is the score after that first game. And very tight, or as you would say, Rich, very cagey.
Yeah, I think if you look at the semi-final results, this is probably playing into Marcus's hands a little bit more. He beat Fruitballmay Sam in that semi-final, 2-1. So it was a very low-scoring game. On the other hand, Fruitballmay, yeah, what a game that was against EMAD, 5-4. It was a goal-and-goal winner from Cristiano Ronaldo, a front-post header that secured his place in this final. So I'd probably say the much more happier of the two is Marcus. He's obviously leading, but I think he's more psychologically confident as well. And
a little fact for you: if Fruitballmay does get through, 2 Japanese players from today. What does that say about the
very interesting
Japanese side of FIFA? You know,
I think also the way that the game was played, there wasn't a lot of chances for either side. I think probably the best chance did fall to Marcus late on with that Neymar finesse shot that they clipped the outside of the post. So Marcus will be the happier of the two sides, obviously leading 1-0. But we're going to get into the second leg, and everything's still to play for in this game. So much pressure on these two players. Probably put on by themselves to get to London. There's no point coming this far and not wanting to go to London.
As someone would say, or as a previous player suffered a few times in that New York final against Al Bashar. I'll let you remember who the other finalist was there. He was from England though, and I'll give you a heads up on that. Apologies if he's watching. But 1-0. This game is completely open still. We know what esports FIFA can bring up. We know the upsets. We saw a 6-5 golden goal in our last final on the Xbox side.
And let's talk about some of the players who, while I've got a little bit of time while the game sets up, who these players will be competing against in London. Some of the players who have already qualified for that grand final in London. You've got #Tass, who did it in Munich. You've got the likes of the Bullock, who did it in Munich as well, Principe, some of the big names that came through that qualification, Fiwc qualifiers in Munich, and then 8 players already had confirmed their place in the Berlin finals. You've got Fifa, the Brazilian, who confirmed his place. Yeah. The champ, Vitality Rocky, what a tournament. And what a year he's had.
Players coming out from nowhere. You've got Timon. We'll talk about Timon later. He's a fairy tale in himself. You've got Tony K. You've got so many players.
Timo from Wolfsburg.
Alex Danny, have we covered that one? You know, another big player, probably the best in Holland at the moment.
I think we're just getting into this one, the second leg, about to kick off. Brazil versus Portugal. Marcus leading 1-0 in the playing as Brazil.
Who will book place number 20 out of 32 players at the grand final in London? Will Marcus Reveal as the winner? He's 1-0 up at the moment after that first game. Or will it be 2 Japanese players making their way through to that grand final? Will it be Fruitballmay playing in that Portuguese strip, making his way to the final?
Early mistake. It could be an early chance for Ronaldo in behind.
Ronaldo, he's through. Just be composed here, and you're back in the game. What a save. Back up. Can he get back up? Surely finesse. What a save again.
What a double save from Ederson. He's kept the scoreline at 1-0 on aggregate, and I'm quite shocked Ronaldo didn't slot that past the goalkeeper.
And the other day, that goes into the back of the net, but 2 fantastic double saves. Ronaldo there flicked on, punched away in the end there by Ederson, who has made an unbelievable double save there, just to ensure that Marcus is on board for on board that plane to London, you could say. Ronaldo finesse took it early and all.
I think he's put it back for a free kick, Brandon.
Okay.
It's going to be João Moutinho. We saw him score one earlier in the tournament.
No one goes on the line for this one. João Moutinho takes it, but I think it was just too close to really cause any danger.
I think there you've got to be looking for a layoff. Get Ronaldo to run off it maybe and just try and work something.
Well. Ronaldo was finishing there. You could finesse that or just go for a power shot and something across goal. I'm sure that would have been at least troubling the keeper. You could have even got a rebound off that. Who knows? But you don't shoot, you don't score, you don't buy a ticket, you do not win that raffle.
And what a raffle it is. The prize, the ticket to London on the is it going to be Marcus's number that gets drawn out of that raffle?
Who will know, but the score is 1-0 to Marcus, and it has been a very tight game compared to the other final where 11 goals were scored over on the Xbox One today. Remember, if you are watching now, you know we've got a full day of esports coming tomorrow as well, full day of FIFA. Day 2 of the event will be happening. We're looking for another 2 players that will be going to London, one from the Xbox side, one from the PlayStation side again, but who will be taking that second place from today on the PlayStation side. Here comes Marcus again. Willian there just trying to drive forward and trying to get a shot away. The score remains at 1-0.
Fruitballmay, as this time he's slowly ticking down, it's almost like he's turned the egg timer. And as the sand's slowly going through it,
he's going to get more frustrated.
His chance, the frustration will start to increase, and his chance of breaking down Marcus, because as the time draws on, Marcus will drop onto defensive, ultra defensive. Wouldn't even surprise me. 5 at the back, maybe even park the bus. Just get everything behind the ball and do not concede. It could potentially end 1-0 from that first leg. This game finishing 0-0. It's
important to remember that such a big stake as well for these players. They've travelled to Qatar, or Doha in Qatar, sorry, to play. They've travelled from across the world, Australia, New Zealand, 15-hour flights, longer than that, Japan. You know, they've come a long way, so they haven't come just to sit back and lose. They've come to book their place in London, to be part of that huge prize pot, to be part of having a chance of winning $200,000. Here comes the cross now, though.
He's going to look for Ronaldo. Free header.
His corners haven't been great, to be honest. You know, he's gone a little bit too wide and hasn't really tried the front post out, which I think he may look to try. Ronaldo goes for the shot. Oh, that one's just wide.
Yeah, it was quite a weird shot there from Ronaldo. It looks like he was just overstretching before he took the shot on there. So chances are starting to fall, though. We saw a massive double save early on in this second leg that Ederson did save, and
another day that would probably go in, to be honest.
Denied Ronaldo another goal in this tournament that seems to got to think a bit top scorer over the course of the day. Everybody seems to love a little bit of Portugal and love a little bit of CR7.
Toss to come in now with a big chance for Marcus. Remember, he's 1-0 up, as you can see, just under that scoreboard, a 0-0. Big chance for him now. Marcelo in a very attackive. Is he playing left back or is he in a CDM?
I think he's playing as the left CDM. It's Felipe Luis at left back. But you've got to think Marcelo on his left foot there. It's pretty much a goal.
It's an opportunity for him, really, isn't it? The referee's just going to bring that one back for a free kick, just inside Fruitballmay's half, in that Portuguese half. A long ball wouldn't surprise me into the presence, but one thing that we don't see is many crosses. We saw one cross that did get a goal in that last game, didn't we? We saw a little cheeky ding that Douglas Costa won the header in the end, but you don't normally see a cross when you're playing as Brazil because one, there's no one to really win them, to be honest with you, in the nicest possible way. You know, Portugal, Belgium, Lukaku, Ronaldo, they're players that can win headers. Obviously Brazil, they haven't really got many options to go for, and that's a mistake they didn't mean to make, and it'll be a goal kick for Lopez now.
I think you're probably looking for a fake shot or a scoop turn there inside, but just put it in at the wrong time. The combination on the controller and pass it out of play, but let's see if Fruitballmay can get a goal to really make this tie interesting, because as it stands at the minute, Marcus will be progressing to that final in London in a little bit of time, later on in the summer, and it will be Fruitballmay crashing out in the final. Heartbreak for him.
Still a very, very long way to go, Rich, until we get to the conclusion. There's 55 in-game minutes. We're talking maybe 8 minutes of real life, 8 minutes to change or to book your place in London. So much at stake, but so much pressure. But the rewards will be there if you get to London. If you get to London and you can play well, you've got the best chance of being part of the biggest cash prizes in the FIFA world.
Yeah, if you can qualify for London, everybody's got an even chance to be part of that. And there's no reason why any of these players who do qualify for London shouldn't be thinking, you know what, I can go on and I can win $200,000. And such a massive prize pot. That's the way that FIFA is going, and esports in general.
So, a number of clubs getting involved, especially more in the Europe scene. After this event and events like this, I'd hope that the rest of the world scene come along with it. The Australian League get involved, Chinese Super League, they could get involved as well. The Korean League, why not go to esports? I only know that Tokyo Verde are a team. I've got 2 Japanese players in there. What shot was there? That was blocked in the end by Cedric, but it wouldn't surprise me. We've seen Epsilon there involved here.
You got Footwiz.
Footwiz as well, another great organisation. I know there's a few players from United Hawks, I believe. They're involved as well in the scene. But as I said, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before more clubs do get involved, and we're going to see more like we see in Europe. We see the Eredivisie, we see the Liga, and
yeah, it's just growing and growing, and I think it's only going one way, and that's up, and that's a positive for everyone involved who plays.
And if you're a player watching at home and you're thinking, how do I get to stage like this?
Just play the game.
Get FIFA 17 out, go on for the champs if you've qualified for the weekend league, and play that every weekend religiously. Play that game religiously, and if you want to be the best, because these guys, all these guys that have been here competing today and tomorrow, have deserved to be here because they've played the game religiously. They've got the rewards. They've won 155 games minimum out of the 160 a month, and they performed to the highest level.
Yeah, I cannot agree more with that statement. As we're just drawing into half-time, Marcus still the goal in that first half of the first leg is the difference maker, and 1-0 Marcus in playing as Brazil against Fruitballmay, playing as Portugal, and that was the early chance.
That was the chance, literally about 2 minutes into the game. Surprised he go for the finesse with the left foot there. Is that just because of the weak foot?
Well, it's charisma on his right foot. He's got a really good shot on him, charisma, to be honest, usually. I think
really given a bit more of an angle. Same possession stats as we saw before, to be honest with you, 61-39. 61%
possession from Brazil, Marcus. That just shows the dominance in control of the ball, but not the dominance in the scoreline. It's only 1-0 separating the two sides. As Marcus, is he going to make any changes? You saw Casemiro on the bench maybe to strengthen things up as the game draws on, if the scoreline is
I think the most important thing for Marcus right now is he's got 45 minutes that separates him from London. I wouldn't change anything, to be honest. Play the same way you're playing. Go and get another goal, ideally. Don't go defensive, because you're going to ask really to concede, if you're, in my opinion. But with literally 45 minutes to go, we'll be finding out who is place number 20 in that grand final. Will it be the man from Japan, or will it be an Australian amongst it? Here comes Costa now, into Neymar. Coutinho on the half-turn could be a chance, just goes for the ball roll instead, to the back post, and
well held from Lopez. You sometimes see
aggressively
goalkeepers spilling that one, and chances falling for the strikers.
You see it in the foot champs, don't you? You see the low-driven shots across the box that the keepers normally parry. But not on that occasion. Ronaldo flicked on. Could there be a bit of magic coming in now? Martins, we're actually seeing his pace for once come out. Lovely. Oh, that's a great bit of skill. Oh, that's a great goal. He's back in the game. Fruitballmay with the goal. The man from Japan, 1-1, and What a bit of skill that was. That is the only time I've seen Martins come alive.
Yeah, we've seen him all tournament long. Everybody plays as Portugal. It always seems to be either Moutinho, Quaresma, or Nani, or Ronaldo scoring the goals. And Martins has just said, you know what, I can do this as well. I'm as good as these players. He sprints across the pitch.
Look at this little bit of skill. Just dilly-dally there with a little skill dribble and bang.
Yeah, the LTR2 proving very, very influential there for Martins. And more importantly for Fruitballmay as he evens up the scoreline 1-1. It's Coutinho coming off for Marcus. He's probably seen something he doesn't like. Firmino going up top. It's he might be looking at the custom tactics as well. He's going to be looking on his wingers, come back on defence, help out. He's put Willian to basic, so Willian will be pushing forward and the defensive. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? The changing of the tactics in the game?
I think he's came with the same formation. The custom tactics, I do believe, they obviously make a difference because the players will play this game more than us, Richard, to be fair. They know what works, what doesn't work. When they change the build-up play, they know what that's actually going to do. And if you're sitting at home thinking, what's all this they're changing? It's the little fundamentals of the game, Rich, isn't it? It's the speed of a build-up play, how aggressive your defence is.
It's the artificial intelligence, the AI, what are they going to do in certain situations? I imagine if you put the aggression all the way down up to 99, they're going to be flying out the other defenders that you're not controlling. So it's all the things like that, and every player's got personal preference on every single stat that they need to be perfect for them to play their best FIFA, and that's what we're seeing right here, the best FIFA that these two players can produce.
This game be turned around on its head. Ronaldo coming forward now for Fruitballmay. Try to feed it through. Big chance now. Ronaldo, heavy touch around the keeper. Second time of asking. Fantastic block there. Unbelievable block from Thiago Silva. That's a game-changing block.
Yeah, and that's why he's one of the best centre-backs in the world on FIFA and in real life. Fantastic block on the line. Last-ditch defending from Thiago Silva and from Marcus, and he keeps himself in the game.
He was unlucky. He was unlucky not to score, concede on that in the first 2 minutes. Conceded as he did then, and then
that's as good as a goal in some instances. Huge block on the line. Thiago Silva. 30 minutes left to play, and currently tied 1-all.
We'll be going to golden goal again. We've seen it a lot. Didn't see it too much in Munich, but we are seeing it potentially if we get it now on a regular occasion here with the rest of the world. And it'll be interesting to see how the players tomorrow. If you're a player playing tomorrow and you're watching this, what are you thinking?
I'm probably thinking, do I want to play as Portugal? Am I going to use maybe the players tomorrow? They're all thinking, I'm going to use Germany, I'm going to use France. After seeing the players today, they're probably thinking, ooh, am I missing something? Not using Belgium, not using Portugal, not using Brazil. So it's going to be interesting to see how the players tomorrow adapt to what's been happening today.
It could be a chance now for that man from Japan. He's just equalised not too long ago. This game is all to play for at the moment.
William going to try and stretch his legs.
The last laugh in this one. Roberto Firmino just still with the ball. Douglas Costa scored that goal in the first game for Marcus. Trying to feed it through. Roberto Firmino, 3 cycles. Fernandinho! And what a goal that could be. 2-1, he's up now. And you can see what it means to him.
Yeah, he kept hold of the ball very, very well there. He just kept on recycling. I thought he was going to shoot with Neymar when he just created a little bit of space.
Roberto Firmino, I thought he was going to have a shot with half turn, bang.
But we spoke about it. We said the unsung hero in this Brazilian side. Everybody uses him. He doesn't get the credit. We've not given him the credit that he does deserve, and that's Fernandinho. And he pops up with potentially a huge goal in the complexion of this game, in the complexion of the FIWC Rest of the World qualifiers, but more importantly, in Marcus's FIFA career.
Most definitely. And a man that does do the dirty work. You know, you often see him winning tackle. You don't often see him scoring goals, but when he's called upon, he can deliver. Yeah,
and he switched to the 5 at the back. Fernandinho dropping into midfield alongside Casemiro. It's Felipe Luis coming in from left back to play left centre back, and then Marcelo in his natural position at left wing back, left full back. Paulinho coming on in midfield as well. So it's a very, very defensive formation with just 20 minutes left to play. That's probably roughly around 3.5 minutes in real life time. So
but the amount of times we have seen someone score and then go and concede straight down the other end.
He needs to keep his head, keep composed, and just see out this game the best he can. If that's playing part of the bus, if that's switching to 5-3-2, which he has done, just got to do whatever he can.
I think you've come all this way. You've gone from gear 1, gear 2. You're in gear 3 now. You know how to see out a game. You could say he's done it in the semis. He's done it in the groups. He's done it at home.
Fruitballmay on the other hand, he needs to score a goal. He needs to go ultra attacking, all out attacking if he needs be. Switch to the 3 at the back. We've seen players when they are down, they usually switch to the 3-4-2-1. Seems to be just everybody and anybody get forward. All 10 players just push forward, try and get a goal. And let's see if he can do that here. If anybody's going to be able to do it, it's going to be that man with the armband on for Portugal, CR7.
And here we go. This is going to be a very, very interesting finish to these last 20 minutes in game time. Maybe 3-4 minutes real life, but an early goal could come now. Literally straight from that kickoff, but he's done well, he's defended well. This is where you need to manage the game. You're managing whether you're getting a plane ticket to London or not, pretty much.
Yeah, huge implications on the next 15 minutes of FIFA for both of these two players in their lives, really. Huge huge
they
chance.
go to London, you go and win that prize, mate. That's life-changing, absolutely life-changing. Here comes Ronaldo now. Chance to equalise, maybe, for Fruitballmay. Ronaldo, go low driven, get that ball across the box. Half turn into, I think that was Samido there. You're right, but you don't want
bodies on the line.
Fall into him.
Bodies on the line for Marcus. Just everybody get in front of the ball. Just
pretty sure every tactic saying stay back while I'm attacking.
Stay solid. You can see the yellow wall of defence there.
Pizzi now. Ronaldo. Maybe have a shot. You know he's good enough. He's a 94-rated player. Not just that for no reason at all.
Ultra defensive flicked onto there from Marcus. 10 minutes left to play. 2-1 on aggregate to Marcus, playing as Brazil. Fruitballmay playing as Portugal in this tie.
The Australian versus the man from Japan. And it is the Australian that is 2-1 up at the moment. Or will it be a chance to equalise and go to golden goal? And then will it be 2 Japanese players booking their places in London for the big grand final in the FIFA Interactive World Cup, or from the FIFA Interactive World Cup, rest of the world qualification process from Doha in Qatar. Here comes Marcus though, a chance to go 3-1 up, maybe. Or is he just going to be clever and keep the ball? He's just going to relax on it. Roberto Firmino there just
loses out.
Just losing it down.
It's Pizzi playing it into Moutinho. It's just
Moutinho there.
See there, I think he's just tried rushing it. He's so
panicking,
frantic.
You need a goal. When you're panicking, you're going to need the goal. But the best players can stay composed under the pressure. And time is really ticking on now. 4 minutes in game time left. Maybe not even a minute left, plus added time to come. Something has to happen. You have to win the ball at least. High pressure, you've got to say, just go out and get a chance.
Yeah, if Marcus can
there
hold
we go.
on,
Could this be
he's
it?
got a free kick. If Marcus can hold on to the ball for the duration of this game, I'm sure you'll see Paulinho just receive the ball here and just keep it in the corner.
Get that ball and get it in the corner. He lost out the ball there. This is last chance, Loon. This really is. Go to London or go home.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a foul possibly gave here in a position. Oh, Neymar wins it back, and
not only there, that pass which
just
has no purpose on at all.
Additional
added time.
minutes.
They're getting 3 minutes. Header needs to come, or Brazil are just going to keep possession. They're doing it well. They're keeping it very, very well. Casemiro is falling back to Neymar again. He's got no intentions of going forward anytime soon. Panic stations now. Pereira. Everyone's forward now for Portugal.
And that's
still
got
a chance, and there we have it. We have our next player in London, place number 20. Congratulations to Marcus, the man from Australia. The commiserations to Fruitballmay. What a tournament he has had, but unfortunately, it's come right down to the whiskers, and it is the man from Australia that has booked place number 20 in the grand final in London.
Yeah, Marcus, the exact same result that took him from the semi-final to the final. 2-1 victory. Once again, he beat Fiwc Sam in that semi-final, 2-1. And
doesn't need the big scorelines. He can defend exceptionally well.
He defends well. He scores goals when he needs to, and that's
a Brazil. That's a Brazil performance that's gone from. I know he was with Belgium for the first 2-3 games. Obviously, it wasn't working out for him. Changed the team. That's clever. And if something's not working, change it.
He's seen what's going wrong. He's seen that. Look, I can defend. I just need. Maybe it's that Neymar that I need in that final third to get me a goal. Maybe it's, as we saw, Fernandinho scoring the winning goal, and what a story it's been for him. And he will be joining some other players such as Vitality Rocky, #TAS, The Bullock, what a story that was, Principe, the Madrid Season 2 winner. All them players will be competing.
Shells, so many faces coming
Shells,
out of nowhere.
Gorilla, all these players will be in London later on in the summer, and it's the stars are aligning for Marcus. He will be there joining them, and what a story it is.
The headline of today is you've got place number 19 going to Naga from Japan, and more importantly, place number 20 is going to Marcus from Australia. from myself, Brandon Smith, and Richard Buckley, it's been an absolute pleasure hosting day 1 of the FIFA Interactive World Cup Rest of the World Regionals, live from Durham Guitar. We'll be back tomorrow morning, and we can't wait to get stuck into some more action.
Yeah,
have a fantastic night.
Join us tomorrow for the second day, and we'll see 2 more players book their place in London. Goodbye.